Hello all, my name is Brenda Thoene and I am a teacher here at Thoene. I teach Spanish 2 and 3. I also help with the mock trial team as like the moderator. I also help with the Caring for Africa group, and I'm also trying to set up a service trip to Puerto Rico. We'll see how that goes this coming year. I really hope we can do that next summer. A little bit about me. I'm originally from the town of Fordyce, Nebraska. It's a town of about 180 people now. Attended Catholic school my whole life, except for kindergarten. I've taught majority of my time in Catholic schools and then about 5 years in public school. I teach through the method of total comprehensible input. So students are supposed to be able to understand what is being said based on certain structures that we're teaching. I like to focus a little bit on grammar as well because some brains just work that way. So I'm kind of like a little bit of a mix, but I really like to focus on the total comprehensible input because it's the best way, in my opinion, to learn a language. In my class, I do have the expectation that students participate. I want them to listen. I want them to show that they're participating, ask questions, include aspects of their stories, and do those type of things. So for me, participation is really, really, really important. Talking and trying to get involved, raising their hand, sharing different things. So I would really hope that you could encourage your daughters to speak up in class and not be afraid. If they have questions, they can always come to me. I try to be really open. I do have expectations as well. They have to complete their homework and things like that, but I want them to make sure that they know what's going on and be able to ask me questions. So as you may already know, in my classes, I'm having my students who are at home Zoom into class with the students who are in class. With language acquisition, it's really important that you hear the language a lot. So if we only have one contact day with them, then they're not going to hear it all the time. But with that, we need to make sure that the students at home are paying attention. So if you can encourage your daughters to make sure that they are paying attention to their Zoom sessions as well, actively participating, almost as if they're in the classroom. I mean, you can't say it's exactly the classroom, but as much as we possibly can. So I like to do a lot of things on my free time. I'm actually like a really creative person. I like a lot of color. I like to put things together. I like to try to figure things out, and it's always been kind of part of me. I remember doing this little like quiz when we were in middle school about trying to figure things out, and that was like the place where I was. It was really fun to know that I know that about me, that I like to put pieces together and see how I can make things work. But I like to put it in a very like colorful way as well. So if you look at my classroom, I really like to make a lot of things colorful. So you can see that I have the flags in the windows, but everything up on the board and all of that stuff. There's a lot of different color and a lot of things going on. I like that. I think it's a fun distraction sometimes, and then see how things are going along during the day. So you can see that. Some of the things that I like to do are, I really like to ride bike, and I love to do service work. One of my favorite things to do is to go to Tijuana, Mexico, and do like service with the migrants at the border. In 2016, I did it for 10 weeks and spent a lot of times with Haitian refugees as they were coming across the border. And then in 2019, so last summer, I went and spent a lot of time with Honduran refugees. Mostly, I spent time with children during the day, which was a lot of fun. To hear Spanish coming out of little kids is a lot more fun, and you have to sometimes decipher what they're saying because they speak so quickly and their language isn't really developed yet. So it was really cute to learn that and just have that experience with them. I've done service work also in Guatemala I've done service work in the Dominican Republic with the ILAC program here at Duchenne. And then I actually have my degree in Spanish and social work from the University of Nebraska at Kearney. I graduated in 2006 with my bachelor's, and then 2013 with my first master's, and then 2018 with my second master's. My first master's is in Spanish education, and then my second master's is in curriculum instruction with a focus on English as a second language. So with social work, I actually did service work also all over Nebraska, but I spent a lot of time on the Native American Indian reservations. I did my internship with Yankton Sioux and worked with Native students who were having issues with the law and trying to keep them out of more trouble. It was a really cool experience. That's about it for me. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to get a hold of me. You can find my email on the webpage, or if you're in Spanish 2, you already have my email. If your student is in Spanish 2, you already have my email because I've sent an email out to all the parents. Spanish 3 have not done that yet because I had your students last year. I think that's about it. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.